What up, what up, what up? It's Marqus Clae, aka the young old nigga, you know what it is, and you watching The Real Deal with Akil, my nigga.
That's cool. I'm still talking about it. I still want to talk about it. Because I'm like, yo, that makes more sense because it's like, especially for me. A lot of people don't really look at podcasts like that unless you just big time like Joe Budden, Joe Rogan. Personally, like me to have all these. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the content it was make. It's like artists too. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is. And your boy, he blowing up right now with the stuff. I seen what you had on the King of the North challenge, right? That's what it is. With Slim.
Yep.
I seen that video. That's what cause he got y'all on there because he thought y'all did like the best.
The best out of the bunch, right?
Yeah. So how that happen?
Man, I basically recorded a freestyle on my page because I seen Slim do the challenge or whatever, and Young Sam reached out to me, DJ Young Sam. Shout out Young Sam. He supports. Yeah, he supports the movement for shit. Sure, that's my boy. And he hit me and was like, "Send your verse in. We finna put it on the challenge. We finna put it on the record."
Yeah.
Yep. So it was that easy.
And it's crazy. Last time you came on, it was with Kiki.
Yep.
And I told myself, man, I want to bring you back on because I feel like I didn't really get a chance to know who you was as an artist and as a person.
Right.
Because it's easy to just talk to somebody about like just rapping and what they do.
Absolutely.
But it was follow you on Instagram. It's something about you that stuck. I'm like, man, I really got to bring this dude on the show.
Right.
Cause she posts like a lot of Nipsey,
right?
A lot of stuff. And you just looking at it's like a person that has that will and that hunger.
Right.
You know, you just look at somebody. It's like, man, they got it.
Right.
And you got it.
Appreciate that, bro.
So it's something I want to ask you. Who is Marqus Clae?
Man, Marqus Clae is just a hungry young dude, you know, that's willing to go to the wire to get what I deserve. You know what I'm saying? Just basically coming from the city of Houston, I always had a different influence from the city. You know what I'm saying? I always grew up listening to East Coast rappers, West Coast rappers, Midwest rappers like Scarface. You know what I'm saying? I was always considered different outside of the norm because, you know, type of stuff I was influenced by.
Yeah. I seen it was on 106 in Park too.
Yeah, I was 12. Yep, that was a minute ago. Yep, 12.
Talk about that one. How did that happen?
I actually my manager, my old manager that I was working with, he made it happen with this record I did with Jacob Lattimore. And the first time I was on there, I did a performance. Then they premiered the video, and that was crazy. And right after that, I went on tour with Mindless Behavior. And that's when I was trying to find myself as far as the artist that I was, because, you know, I was in the kid lane. I'm only 19.
Yeah.
So I was in the kid lane, you know what I'm saying? But the type of stuff that I was rapping about was unbelievable. You know what I'm saying?
You was 19 at the time.
No, I'm 19 now.
You 19 now?
Hell yeah.
God, I swear to God, I know that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What?
Yeah. 19.
What?
Okay.
You 19 for real?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Damn, I was also like 23.
Nah. I get 23, 24. I get mid-20s all day long.
Because you know what's crazy? I almost brought my alcohol from the crib. I was like, you know, let me drink some dark real fast.
Nah.
Let me offer him some.
Oh. Nah, I don't drink. Not at all.
We'll drink.
Come on, he's stupid. Nah, 19.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Wow, because you rapping like you 20, 23, 24.
I started out with Lupe, man. Lupe was my first mentor, so at 11, 10 and 11, you know what I'm saying, Bishop G. Yeah. So that was crazy because it was instilled in me. Like, I had an iPod full of 90s rap at 10 years old. Like, I can't even think about who was the hottest artist at the time, but I was so focused on Wu-Tang and Big and Pac and Camp Lo and all these different artists that it kind of followed me.
Who was the first artist you heard when you, like, what was like the first CD you ever listened to? You just picked up and heard?
I mean, it caught my attention. Was Bow Wow, Beware the Dog, long time ago. And then when I realized I love hip-hop was All About You, Tupac record.
Yeah.
On All Eyes on Me, I was like, okay. Because I thought the hook was kiddie. Like, every other city we go, every other video. I thought the tune was like, it resonated with children. So I say, but Bow Wow was one of my biggest influences. Like, and it's crazy because nobody was touching him when he was shining. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Bow Wow and Pop all day long. The first two.
Yeah.
And then my mother was an artist as well, so I was always caught up in the studio.
Oh, come on,
You know
man.
what
What's
I'm
going on
saying?
today?
Nah, for real. I was always caught up in the stew with, I grew up on Beanie Siegel, the whole state property.
Y'all rock with Beanie.
Oh yeah, Jay-Z,
So,
Chris and Neef, all them.
Chris and
Young Guns.
Can't Stop, Won't Stop.
Yep,
Yeah,
uh-huh,
okay, yeah.
yep.
I thought that was
Absolutely.
one hit wonders for some reason. I don't know why.
Nah, them niggas hard.
Yeah.
Chris hard. Chris hard.
I think the first, man, I remember I got into Run DMC through my parents.
Yeah.
I got into Run DMC. I always loved old school rap. I always loved
I was the same
listening
way.
to old school rap. Run DMC. Man, I listen to Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince. I listen to Fat Boys.
That's crazy.
I listen to all types.
Oh yeah,
of
you was in
stuff.
the 80s, early 90s.
80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
Eric B. Rakim.
Right.
Then I got to Bone Thugs. Crazy how I got to Bone Thugs though.
That's crazy.
Because Run DMC and Bone Thugs my two favorite groups.
Right.
And Bone Thugs, I was in sixth grade.
Right.
Man, there was always this one CD laying around the house. And I'm like, man, why? I just never paid attention to it.
Right.
It was one day after school. Man, I had the boom box.
Right.
Listen to them. I had the headphones in and all that. I saw a little CD sitting. I said, let me pick this CD up, see what this is. I couldn't see because it was all scratched up and it looked old.
Mm-hmm.
Popped that CD in, dog. It was East 99 Eternal.
That's
Bone
crazy.
Thugs.
That's a classic.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
like, dog,
right.
this one CD that was laying here this whole time was the greatest album from Bone Thugs.
Yeah, Bones definitely different. That's
scratch-
one of my favorite groups as well.
Shit was scratching up like a mug, but
That's crazy.
I was like, dog, like this was my first time. Like after that, that's when I appreciated rap.
Right.
I got into all types of people just listening because my parents didn't like listening to cuss music,
Right.
cuss words on songs. So it was like, man, I had to play it on the earphones.
Mm-hmm.
I had to sneak to listen to that.
Right.
Then I got into like the little Lil Jon, the East Side Boys, that Atlanta crunk era.
Right.
That's what I
Early
grew up
2000s.
Yeah.
Right.
Shit, Roy Jones even making some songs.
That's crazy. We was just talking about Roy Jones in the studio.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, we was just talking about him.
About
That's
what, the
crazy.
music or his
his
fight?
music, both, really, both. Because we was watching that The Matrix 2,
Yeah.
the Reloaded, and we seen him in there, and we just brought him up in
He
conversation.
was in Matrix.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I was just talking about boxing not too long ago because a fight next week with Wilder and Ortiz.
Yep.
Man, we had this old age argument about Tyson and Ali. We got into all that.
Tyson, my favorite, man.
Tyson, my favorite too. He a dog. We had
Nigga fool. He still got it.
we had a talk. We was like, man, if you had prime Ali and prime Tyson, who you taking?
Tyson,
Nah, I said the same shit.
all day long.
Taking Tyson. People don't realize how powerful Tyson was, dog. He punched the hole through the wall and scared off Michael Spinks.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, you hear about that story?
Uh-uh.
All right, so it was a Vegas fight, big fight, Spinks versus Tyson. And you know they got their own little dressing room.
Right.
So let's say this is Tyson's dressing room right here. No, fuck, let's say this is Spinks right here in this dressing room. Next is Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
And all Spinks was hearing was him, like Tyson hitting the wall because they taking forever to get to the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Spinks was like, yo, man, what's going on over there? What's going on? Check over there. He told his dude to go over there and see what's going on. That was Mike Tyson punching a wall.
Damn.
Punching through sheet wall.
God damn.
So then he was like, yo, check his gloves, see what's going on.
Right.
Thought he checked his gloves. Dude came back. Dude was like, ain't nothing in his gloves, sir.
Ooh.
Nothing was in his gloves. You know, Tyson didn't have no theme song back in the 80s.
Right.
It was just metal like clanking.
Mhm.
That's it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Came out with no robe, nothing flashy, all black.
That's crazy.
Spinks, you could see when you watch that fight with Spinks versus Tyson, Spinks' face was like scared than a first round knockout.
That's crazy.
Tyson,
Tyson,
I
the
was like,
fool.
dog,
He got that aggression.
dog, nobody want to see Tyson.
Not
dog.
at all.
Nobody, man.
Not in his prime. I mean,
Hell
even not right now today. Like Tyson gonna sleep something right now today.
For real.
53 years old.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on,
He's
man.
still the
yeah.
go to me.
He got it.
But I remember I was telling you too, dog. Like the dude I had on yesterday, shout out to Neek, man, came out crazy flowing.
Right.
3 different instrumentals, freestyling, like 4 minutes long. Man, he told me he went through that little rhythm and flow thing, and he got to the second stage. And I remember I seen you kept flying back and forth, and I thought to myself, I said, man, he gonna be a rhythm and flow. That was my whole little theory.
Nah.
Have you watched that show?
Yeah, definitely. D Smoke killed it.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Would you be on there?
I mean, I would, you know what I'm saying? But it's nothing that I would consider right now. I mean, I fuck with the show. It's like the first show that seems authentic. You know what I'm saying? Without it being, you know, the antics and all the reality show shit that be going on.
Yeah.
I fuck with the authenticity.
It's almost like an American Idol for like rap music.
Right,
I think that's something that we need too.
Right, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? They give artists like opportunities to showcase themselves.
Absolutely.
And I want to talk about you having like Nipsey on your profile a lot.
Right.
Like how big was that loss for you being a Nipsey fan?
Man, it was crazy because I actually knew Nip. I met Nip through the 1,500 producers in LA.
Yeah.
So just you know, the way he embraced me when I first, I met him at 11, and it's crazy because my grandmother had passed 2010, and my cousin, which is my uncle's daughter, who I'm named after, who's doing 45 years sentence in prison right now. She came from Compton.
Yeah.
To, you know, go to the funeral and, you know, out here. So she was in the room one day just banging Nip, you know what I'm saying? I'm 10 at the time. I'm like, nah, I ain't never. Then she showed me his face and I'm like, nigga look like Snoop. Like, so it was just intriguing. So I remember the next day I went to school. I went in the computer lab and I just searched his name up and got in tune with him myself. And I seen Hustle in the House and the Marathon mixtape. And this was 2010. Like, this was before.
Like early Nip.
Oh, yeah. Before Crenshaw, before TMC, before all the. Because I feel like he got major notoriety first with the Crenshaw era, with the Proud to Pay campaign.
Yeah.
So I ended up meeting him the next year, and it was just overwhelming how much he embraced me, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like a natural embracement. Like, he fucked with me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And off the strength of my producers, 1,500 or nothing. So when he passed, it was, you know, it was overwhelming. You know, it still hurts to this day, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like somebody of that stature, somebody that represented what he represented, to go like he did in front of everything he worked for, it was a tragedy.
Yeah. How you feel about the people that don't like when people get on a Nipsey bandwagon now? Like, they be like, oh, you weren't even a fan when he first dropped out. Why you being a fan now?
I feel him. I feel that, you know what I'm saying? But it's better late than never, you know what I'm saying? Like, Pac, my favorite rapper of all time. I wasn't born when Pac was, you know, in his prime, but you know, I discovered him, and once I figured out who he was and what he represented, you know, I rocked with him.
Nipsey Diff hit me, and I listened to Nipsey Victory Lap when it first came out, because I said, yo, that and J-Rock album was the two best that year.
Classic, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
That one, J-Rock and K.O.D., J. Cole,
exactly.
top 3.
Top 3 albums that year.
Right.
So that's when I got on Nipsey.
Okay.
So I never was like, oh, I'm the biggest Nipsey.
Right, and that's understandable.
But it was crazy because I remember exactly where I was at, dog. But I was out watching that Duke and Michigan State game. Okay. And I'm a big Duke fan.
Right.
People that know me, I'm a big Duke basketball fan.
Right.
Though we lost that game, I was pissed. I was already pissed when we lost.
Right.
My friend comes out the restroom and said, yo, Nipsey got shot. I said, what? Me and my homie was like, yo, we get on our phone. We look, bro, I get on Twitter. I'm refreshing every 10 seconds.
Right.
Trying to look like, yo, what's going on? What's going on?
Because you're thinking in your mind he going to make it.
You know what I'm saying?
At the time, you like, he going to pull through.
And there was two things that I saw that I was like, man, it was him.
Yep.
It was a source said, man, 2 was in stable condition. Well, 2 was in stable condition at the hospital. 1 was unknown. Mm-hmm. And then there was a video that dropped where he was laying back, and it was like the blood coming out the back of the head. I said, damn, it was him. It was him. I said, damn, you know what I'm saying?
He done.
So then I saw that. I said, God, damn it! It was for some reason, dog. Like that the rest of the day and the next day of that Monday was totally different.
Oh yeah, it was a shock. It's like it was quiet. You know what I'm saying? I was asleep. I was taking a nap, and then I woke up. You know, first thing you do, check your phone just naturally.
Yeah.
And I seen they said Nipsey Hussle was shot. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What they talking
like,
about?
Like why shoot him?
Exactly. Like where it was just new. Like, damn, that's the last thing I was expecting to hear. But at the same time, you expecting for him to pull through.
Yeah.
But then I seen a video where like he was laid out there and his feet. They was trying to put him in the back of the ambulance, and his feet was like he was lifeless, bro. So I was like,
damn,
it's over with. You know what I'm saying? And it blew me.
And it was crazy because I had a show like 2 days after, and I came on this show. I said, man, I was a baby when Pac and Biggie died.
Right.
But I'm like, dog, I remember Michael Jackson's death.
Right.
It was
absolutely. Right.
I remember Aaliyah's death.
Right.
Bro, this was the worst death in like modern music history.
Man,
I came on and said, like, bro, like, when I said it, people didn't really understand till I explained it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was worse than Pac and Big because of the situation.
Right, absolutely.
It was a situation that was Pac and Big controlled their situation.
Right.
Pac went out to fight in the lobby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you fight, you mess with some gangsters. You're not really a gangster like they.
It was a real street shit. It was some street shit that happened.
Right.
Absolutely.
Biggie was he was told not to go to Cali.
Right.
That was you was in.
Right.
Come on, you was in Hell's Gate down there.
Right.
Like you went to a dark zone.
Still sad, but
still sad and heartbroken.
Off the muscle.
But dog, Nipsey in your own hood, dog.
Right. Something that you worked so hard for, something that you stood for, the marathon, like something that you pushed for your whole career, like early and later, like
that's the area you the safest in.
Absolutely. That's why he wasn't tripping. It's like shit, I'm finna pull up and
on a regular Sunday.
Hood, on my block, nigga, I'm finna bless my people and only thing I say is I wish he would have just handled his business and got up out of there.
Yeah. But then start talking to your homies in the hood. You just
can't help
it
that
up.
because that's what he was. That's the type of person he was. Probably giving him game. Ain't no telling what nipples I could tell him.
Don't tell him what he was talking about.
Definitely, but
dude came around, bam.
It's a tragedy.
You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. That's why I said him and Selena. Only reason I said Selena because he got shot by her own manager.
And that was tragic. That was tragic, man. Definitely.
You know what I mean?
She was so young and beautiful, and she was at the peak of her career. Like, that's crazy.
Y'all talking about it too?
Yeah, we was just talking about Selena.
About Selena?
Yep.
Really? That's crazy, man. That was I remember Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I was 9.
I was taking a nap at the crib.
That's crazy.
Mom banged on my door. Akil, Michael Jackson has died. I tell him once in the park. I said, God damn, Mike. I was like, that's my favorite artist ever.
Right.
Like when it comes to all music, Michael Jackson.
Right. The GOAT, the greatest entertainer of all time.
Man, you been seeing this? They've been talking about Chris Brown, and I like Chris Brown. They've been talking about the whole Chris Brown is better than Mike, and
he ain't touching. Breezy know that. Breezy know that because Mike influenced Breezy. I feel like Chris Brown is great in this generation. I mean, in my generation, Chris is the R&B king. You know what I'm saying? Because I was 5 when Chris came out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Chris is that nigga the shit. But come on, Mike is on a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? And Chris will tell you that.
Yeah, that's the people nowadays getting into too much of the
the comparisons. Like, just let it be. Just
let it happen.
Let people be great in their own skin. You know what I'm saying? Stop with, so and so ain't better. Because just let them both be great in what they do. Yeah. Both great.
Hey, so how'd you get hooked up with a little Kiki?
That was like a situation that was a friend of the family. You know, I felt like it was something that I needed to get done as far as getting my name hot in the city. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much.
Yeah. Cause Kiki, man, I made a list. I wasn't gonna talk about it today, but since we're on the topic of like Houston rappers, so I made a list, and it's not
definitely legendary.
No, for sure.
Legendary, yeah. One of my favorite from the city.
Yeah. So you know the year's almost over with.
Right.
You know, so we got a decade is almost over actually.
Absolutely, it's gonna be 2020. That's crazy.
2020. You know, we got all types of stuff like tops. Decade, rappers,
for sure.
And we got top songs. So I seen a lot of lists lately about. Actually, I seen a good list. It was made in I don't know if y'all know a network called BBC. British.
Yep, yeah. BBC network.
They come out with a great. This is probably the most solid top 25 songs of all time I've seen. Man, they had. I thought originally it would be Fight the Power #1, but I understood Juicy from Biggie to be the greatest rap song of all time.
Absolutely.
Because they made a good point because it's like, hey, that song is timeliness. It's a song that's, you can play that at weddings, graduations, you can play it at cookouts, you can play it at, every race knows that song.
It's like a quadruple entendre. It's like it has 4 different meanings, like positivity, perseverance, like coming from nothing to something.
Right.
You know, all that.
You know what I'm saying? So I seen that.
Biggie in my top 5 for shit show.
Oh, so that's my favorite rapper of all time.
Pac #1, then Big right behind him.
I go with
all day.
Who I got? Pac. I got Big, Pac. I like Wayne.
Wayne is an animal. Wayne an animal, bro.
Wayne is
an animal.
So here's the list right here. They had Juicy 1, Fight the Power 2, Sugar Ones from Mobb Deep 3, The Message, Grandmaster Flash 4, Nothing But a G Thing 5, Cream, Wu-Tang Clan 7, 93 to Infinity from Souls of Mischief.
Okay.
It's cool. I like Pass Me By from Farside.
Right.
9 was New York State of Mind. And then 10 was Dear Mama from Tupac.
Absolutely.
But then you got, I ain't gonna run through the whole 25, but 25 was tied with Arias from Kendrick Lamar and Outkast Rosa Parks.
Okay.
Grinded was 23 from Clips.
Okay.
Lose Yourself, Eminem 22.
School lunch table joint for shit. So
21 Lauryn Hill. We know the song for Lauryn Hill. We know the song.
Do up.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Then UGK and Outkast 20. Who else people know? They Reminisce Over You from Pete Rock and CL Smooth.
Okay.
Actually, I was at 15, and that should have been high. That would have been higher on my list personally.
That was one of my favorite beats. Like that beat was crazy.
Right. And then, but it was some songs that wasn't on this list that I wished I was on here. Like if I had to choose a song that, well, I guess because I'm Southern, I'm biased. I would go with Juvenile. Back that thing up.
Definitely.
Back that ass up. Like
No,
that
it
was
culturally impactful.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a song like that put twerking damn near.
Most definitely.
That, like,
oh yeah.
You go out nowadays. Well, you're not 21 yet, but damn. Shit.
Nah, I didn't want everything at the
like,
21. Like I've been going out for years. Like,
but you know when you hear that song, we turn our heads.
Oh yeah, quick, cause you know something is finna go down.
Exactly.
It's finna go down.
So I made I made a list. It's not done. Oh yeah, for sure. You in college, high school.
Definitely high school, middle school parties. Like.
So I made a list,
shit.
And I think people can't be mad at me because it's a solid 10, like 10 best Houston rap songs of all time.
Right.
So I got 10 Drink Up in My Cup.
Okay.
And that was actually like a late put in. Like I literally just put that in.
Right, classic.
9 Heart of a Hustler.
Okay.
From Pat Kiki. 8 Southside Lil Kiki.
Okay.
725 Lighters.
Hard.
6 Tops Drop.
Hard.
5 Wanna Be a Baller.
Hard.
4 Still Tipping.
Hard.
Y'all rocking with it so far, right? We rocking with it?
Hell
okay,
yeah, all day long.
All right, so now these last 3, I'm going to explain. Well, I'm going to explain the 2. Number 3 is Mom Playing Tricks on Me.
Ooh, that was classic. That'll be number 1 on my list. That'll be number 1 on my list. This might get a little tricky now. Okay.
Number 2 is June 27th. So I know what's going in your head like, damn, what's number 1?
What's number? Yeah, you got to tell me now.
Nobody knows number 1. If I said June 27th at number 2.
Hold on.
Mom Playing Tricks on Me at number 3. Still Tipping 4. Wanna Be a Baller 5. Top Drop 6. 25 Lighter 7. 8 Southside. 9 Heart of a Hustler. And 10 Drink Up in My Cup.
Number 1, Houston.
Come on now. We go out. What's that one song they play every time you got?
Just a Dog, Big Mo?
No. When you go out,
Southside
when you go out somewhere, you gotta know the word. You gotta know the song word for word.
Mo City Done.
There you go.
All day long.
Now I'm explaining to you.
And then that's classic because I'm from the Mo, like you gotta know that.
I'm from the Mo too.
Exactly. Ooh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, this is my thing. If this was 10 years ago in 2009, 2008, June 27th is number 1. Because in 05, that's when Mo City Don came out. So you have to give it some time.
Right.
We 15 years later,
and
that's the number 1 song of all time in Houston.
Still impactful.
Like, I understand Mind Playing Tricks on Me. That's lyrically, that's still a great song.
Undeniable.
I understand June 27th, but the only thing is now, let's just be honest. Am I jamming the whole 37-minute of that? Or am I just jamming Big Mo and Youngster? Let's be honest. Because we in the club with we just saying Big Mo, hey, we just doing that.
Yeah.
And the song cuts off and go to another song.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm jamming Most of these times, the only song that you go out, they play the whole song.
And you gonna know it word for word.
You gotta know it. You gotta know it. You moving to Houston, that's the Pledge of Allegiance. You gotta know the Pledge of Allegiance to Houston.
That's crazy.
You gotta know Mo City Don.
Yeah, Ro did his thing for sure.
You know what I'm saying? He
That's
might not be the greatest rapper
artists.
from Houston, but
he one of my favorite from the city for sure.
He could be on Mount Rushmore. I got Pat and Kiki. Ro could be on there. You could throw in 4th is always hard on anybody's list. Mount Rushmore 4th is always. You could throw in whoever. Kamina, Slim. You gotta. I said Face. Well, Face is in there. So Face, Pat, Kiki.
Face gotta be there.
Face, Pat, Kiki. That's top 3.
Ooh. Yeah, for sure.
4, I don't know. But you could. Who?
That's funny.
Mike, you know what's crazy? Mike had a little run.
He had a hell of a run.
I'll take Paul over Mike Jones any day.
Mike had a run though. Mike had a hell of a run. Paul and Chameleon.
That was probably the greatest run Houston had.
For sure.
No. Yeah.
His image outside of Eminem. Anybody else that try to act like that? It's like it's natural. You can tell that it's not.
Mac Miller was a dope white.
You feel what I'm saying?
Mac Miller was dope too.
Mac Miller
was crazy. Crazy. Yeah, for sure. Crazy spitter. Crazy.
He was good, man.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of people ain't like XX, and I was an XX fan. Tentacion.
To be honest, I never really got into him. Yeah, my little sisters was into him. I mean, I listened to like a couple songs, but I never just got into the whole movement.
Because people didn't really understand him, because he was so young. Because when people bring up the whole thing he was doing, like abuse charge and all that, I don't beat women, but at the same time, he's young, he's a kid.
Right. He was 20 when he died, right?
Exactly. And that stuff was at 16, the little charges. You know what I'm saying? People, because the week he died, he was trying to make amends with everybody else, making peace with everybody.
Making peace with
He was young.
Right. He was trying to do the right thing.
And who knows? I mean, it's kind of weird to say it now, but he could have been Florida's version of the Nipsey or whoever, because he was trying to give back to the community. He had like a charity event going on that weekend that he died.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? At 20 years old doing that? So who knows what could have happened?
Murder.
He got shot. Yeah, he was out in his own city. He was coming back because, like I said, he had like a little weekend going on out there. He was out there with his uncle at a dealership trying to buy like a bike or a car or something.
Motorcycle. Yeah. Like.
Came outside, dude rolled up, and
I saw him dead in his car.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That was crazy.
Yeah, the footage was online.
I said, Marcus, is this real? It was so shocking.
Yeah, it didn't look real because it wasn't no blood or nothing. It wasn't no blood or nothing.
Yeah. I was like, is this real? What is this?
I'm expecting to see him leaking. Like, I ain't see no blood.
Yeah. It didn't look real. But my brother said when he saw it, he said, I guess the type of bullet, it wasn't going to leak all that blood. He said something about the type of bullet it was.
Was it that, like the little round thing on the front?
Silencer?
Yeah.
Suppressor? I don't know.
Yeah.
No, because I didn't see anything. That's why I said, Marcus, what is this?
Yeah, that's how people caught up the next day on Breakfast Club saying, like, man, he's not dead. Like, because they ain't want to believe it.
Right.
Because you look at that video, there was no blood. You look at any other death, it's blood leaking everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. And it was weird because I forgot who I told this to. I said, man, Drake had something to do with that, dog.
Drake, nah,
man. His words in that song, I ain't really understand that, dog. It was too many little theories. In that
next
one song.
Triple X. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And shoot above the neck. He got shot above the neck too.
Right.
Nah, I like, man, because they was beefing. Drake and X was beefing.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
I don't think so.
You feel that as a rapper and you seeing all that stuff and you know how big you want to be, how does that make you feel?
Protect yourself at all times. Try to avoid bullshit. Just try to keep your head level. Stay out the way. Do your job.
Would you ever stay out here in Houston? Or would you leave?
You gotta leave.
Gotcha. All right.
You gotta leave.
Gotcha.
Sure. I mean, it depends on what you want for yourself. Honestly, it all depends on what you see for yourself. But if my decision, you gotta skedaddle.
Yeah.
Shit, sure.
Even in this industry, you gotta leave. I can't stay in Houston in this industry. I got to.
You gotta explore different things. You can't be scared to explore, other cities and other opportunities. Ain't no telling what you'll run across.
I think that's a Southern mentality. I remember my brother told me, man, you gotta leave because that's a Southern mentality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we was last of being the free slaves and all that. So
right,
this mentality, oh shit, we free. Right. You know what I'm saying? What y'all doing picking cotton? We free. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense. Makes sense.
We gotta leave Houston. Think about all the artists that left.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Trey the Truth left. He getting back to his own city. And they don't play his music in his own city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Megan left. Shit, Camille out there in LA doing this thing.
Travis left.
And Travis didn't even get discovered in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
By Kanye.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you almost gotta leave.
Absolutely.
So you got any new projects coming through? I knew you had a single come out.
Yeah, Headlights. I got singles coming. I'm gonna probably drop a project second quarter of next year.
Yeah.
But I'm dropping records for shit show.
You got anybody you want to have on an album with?
Nah, not right now.
Yeah.
Haven't thought about it right now. I'm the type I do a whole album by myself.
Yeah.
One deep. Like, and it's nothing against it's nothing against anybody. It's just that I work. That's just the way I work. Like, I can knock out records by myself.
Yeah.
Shit show.
So is anybody you see yourself working with though, like that you want to work with?
Oh yeah, shit show. Kendrick, Meek, Joey Badass, JID, Cole, Don Tolliver, Travis. I say that's on my radar right now. Drake, you know.
Yeah. How you feel about Houston music right now? Like the rap game.
It's elevating. It's definitely elevating. You know, you got different as far as the inner city. It's so much talent in the inner city. You know, it's really a lot to choose from. You know, Travis got his own style. Maxo doing this thing. Maxo been doing this thing for a while.
Yeah, for like 2012, 2011.
Oh yeah, for sure. Megan Thee Stallion holding it down for the females. It's just a wide variety of sounds right now.
You think the nation's finally realized, like, man, Houston do have some talent.
Definitely. Because Houston had a major run like 04, like with the Steel Tipping, with Slim, Mike, Paul. Like
That was the best era right there.
I just feel like it's coming back around again, but you know, in the newer generation.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that was a bad. We tried to pick it up with the Sauce Twin, with the Sauce era.
And the South had a hell of a run too.
That was a nice little run.
Hell yeah, for sure.
I just wish Drake would have hopped on that remix. You seen everybody that Drake did a song with: Fetty Wap, Migos, Future,
It's crazy.
whoever he touched, they Block Boy.
Right.
They go up to another level. So
Right. It's crazy.
it almost makes you think like, damn, what if he would have made that song with them?
Right. Ain't no telling, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I know you want to get to this freestyle.
Let's do it.
I might hop on a freestyle with you though. So
You
I'll
got
let you know.
Backdoor me.
Hey,
Backdoor me.
people, hey, he be shaking his head at me, dog. Like I don't be freestyling.
I've seen all of them.
Damn. He know better than anybody.
All
No?
right, okay. All right, look, what's my best one? What's the best one I had, dog?
Probably when Freon was here, man.
Oh, I ain't sure. It's on my Instagram.
Freon. I gotta see it, man. You gotta shoot it to me, bro. I gotta see.
Hey,
I gotta see
I
what you
did a
working
little
with.
song on that one. It was off the dome. Like, cause I don't write. That's one thing about me when I freestyle. I don't
Young
write.
Hove. That
I'm
boy,
Hov,
Young
dog.
Hove.
I hear a beat.
Boy,
30
Wayne.
seconds in.
Wheezy.
30 seconds in, dog. We gonna cut into this freestyle. Marqus Clae, AK, we out.